What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining me here on the Forgotten Pygmy channel, if that's what I can even call it yet. Anyways, this is my new video series, which I have decided to title For Each Sin, a Punishment. I wish I had footage of Karmic Justice item description here instead of the Great Axe, but I don't. If you want to look at my gear, by the way, here it is. In any case, this build is, as you can see by the name maybe, it's just based off of Karmic Justice and exploiting max damage. So I'm just going to give you a little background while I do some PvP. A little background on the miracle that is behind this entire video series, I guess you could say. You purchase Karmic Justice from Oswald of Karim. He's the man after you ring the bell in the Gargoyle Tower. He appears at the bottom of the tower, and he sells you the spell, as well as the catalyst I'm using, Velka's, Velka's Talisman. It scales with intelligence instead of faith. So that's cool, and I don't know, the item description says, for each sin there is a punishment, and it is the task of Goddess Velka to define the sin and mete out the punishment. In any case, give you a little general information from the Dark Souls wiki. When cast, Karmic Justice creates a visible buff effect on the player that lasts for 60 seconds. During that time, if the player receives damage 4 to 6 times within a 5-second period, Karmic Justice triggers and creates large, highly damaging shockwave, similar to Wrath of Gods, but, and here's the catch, with an instantaneous casting speed. And it's also colored purple, but the instantaneous casting speed is what's really beautiful about this spell, because people can't just roll through it like you do when someone's spamming WoG. And the cool thing about this spell is that the damage formula is bugged. Karmic Justice damage formula is calculated by the magic adjust of the weapon equipped on the right hand at the time of the explosion. And what this means is that the damage scales off the magic adjust of any magic catalyst you have on your right hand, whether it's a talisman, a catalyst, or a pyromancy flame. And wielding a high magic adjust talisman on the left hand and normal weapon on the right hand yields lower damage explosions, but the miracle somehow treats magic damage on the right hand non-catalyst weapon as a magic adjust. That's weaker, but that's why you'll see I'm using the Moonlight Greatsword with this, because if I have the Moonlight Greatsword equipped, it still does a lot of damage, but preferably I'll have the Tin Crystallization Catalyst in my right hand at the time of the explosion for maximum damage. And just a few notes about Karmic Justice then from the Dark Souls wiki. Since it counts as a self-buff, it can't be used in conjunction with things like Power Within or Iron Flesh or anything else that buffs yourself, like, I don't know, let's say, what are those cool things? TWAP. TWAP and the magic shields. And the magic barrier, sorry. Other notes, damage is increased with the Crown of Dusk, which is why you'll see me wearing that. Can also scale with the Crown of the Dark Sun, but I don't use that because it's weaker. Ring of the Sun's Firstborn, which is one of my ring slots. And it would buff with the red Tearstone ring too, obviously, but I'm not using that either. Karmic Justice can trigger even if you take damage through a shield, which is really important. As you can see for this video, I used the Eagle Shield. So, because it blocks 95% physical damage, so I can just kind of sit behind it and wait for Karmic Justice to trigger while taking minimal damage. And if you like a link to a video showcasing high damage Karmic Justice not possible by using only talismans, then you can go to the Dark Souls wiki and get the link to that video there. Otherwise, you can just refer to this video series in which I'll be exploiting said technique. Alright, and on to the commentary. I'm fighting some guy, looks like a Shiva cosplay. So props for that, but take a dark beat to the face, and GG. Let's see, what's in this next fight? Okay, it's a blue. I don't really know what to say about this blue. He got really lucky that he was outside of the range of that miracle, because that would have hurt him badly. He sees me think about making a break for it, so he kind of tries to hit me off with his baller swag sword, but I think that's what he's got anyways. Oh, by the way, if someone's watching this video and knows where the silver pendant is, which I believe is the item this guy just used, if you want to just comment the location of that, I would appreciate it, so I can go pick that up and have fun with dark magics. As you can see here, I'm kind of playing the turtle because I'm trying to get Karmic Justice to go off, and there it does. What do you take, like 800 damage? Gets off that elevator pretty swiftly, but doesn't dodge the wog. Did I really just get... Okay. I got like 150,000. Damn. And this is the last fight of the first part of this 3-part video series. If you remember from earlier, I did fight this guy earlier in the same video, so if you can find that fight, G for you. I try to get him off with the dark bead casting, but he's got the clutch dodge. I guess he thinks I'm gonna heal, so he decides to get me with the talisman. Maybe he knows my tricks this time, but I guess he fell for that one. So I will see you guys in part 2, and goodbye, Chocolate Rocket.